Happy birthday, dear Natalie. Happy birthday to you.
Natalie Lynn is one of the most unique voices on YouTube who makes incredibly immersive and touching films that have even won awards. And I'm some guy from Northern Ireland who also tries to make videos. No one really watches them though. So how did I end up in Vegas celebrating Natalie's 21st birthday along with a bunch of other YouTubers? Well, that's what this story is about. I learned a lot about myself along the way and I'm excited to share it with you. This is how I spent Halloween with my heroes. I've been struggling a little recently. While I feel I've had a lot of inner growth, my YouTube channel isn't growing as fast as I'd like, and I'm just not where I want to be. It's like I just want to say to the world, don't look at me yet. I'm not ready. I'm still working on myself. Sometime in early October though, Natalie posted to her Instagram story that she'd be celebrating her 21st birthday in Vegas, and she'd be inviting some of her fans to come party with her. You just had to fill out a quick form, and you could be one of them. I've been watching Natalie for years. She's one of my biggest heroes, so of course I filled out the form. And honestly, just kind of went back to feeling like I was failing at life. Then, on October 28th at 1:57 AM, I got an email. It was Natalie inviting me to her party. Meeting my hero was the exact inspiration I needed to get me out of my rut and maybe finally figure out why I'm not seeing results. There was just one problem. I literally live halfway across the world in Ireland, and last minute flights to Vegas are pretty expensive from here. There's no hostels available in Las Vegas at this time. Okay, so we got something booked. I just found something somehow. I had one bed left and I booked it as soon as I could. I don't even really know where the frick it is, but it's apparently in Las Vegas. $50 a night, a lot more expensive than I was hoping for, but whatever, let's just roll with it. So I scrambled together whatever money I could and booked the flights less than 24 hours before they took off.
Arrived at the airport and there's already casinos.
However, this last minute trip didn't start the way you might think it would. I ordered an Uber to the hostel, but it was at this point I realized I had never even seen a picture of this place online. And the address the Uber dropped me off at was literally just a random street corner. I really thought I was scammed until I managed to ring the owner and was given the actual address. It was about another 20-minute walk from where I was dropped off. Then I realized why there were no pictures. This place wasn't even a real hostel. It was just some dude's house that had a bunch of air mattresses on the floor. But I actually managed to negotiate a discount because I didn't have an actual bed, and honestly I was just happy to have somewhere to sleep, charge up my phone, and get a shower. Even if it was kind of hard to sleep sometimes with the other guests snoring.
Okay, so I'm all showered and I'm dipping. This is the place I stayed last night. It's literally just a guy's house. The main goal of today is obviously her birthday. It's tonight. It is currently 8:40 and the main goal is to get a Halloween costume. Yeah, get ready for tonight. There's a Spirit Halloween. Apparently it's a 90-minute walk from here. I could order an Uber, but I'm gonna walk it. Save the money. We've got a very limited budget for this trip.
It was at this point the trip was starting to become very real to me. I was actually going to meet Natalie, someone who I've been a fan of for years and is kind of a hero of mine. I was getting nervous, but I tried to just stay present and enjoy my day in Vegas.
It's been so long since I last saw you, baby, I adore you. I keep my bills up.
Free bet on blackjack. If only I knew how blackjack worked.
Darling, if you wanna kill some time,
I found my costume. This costume. It says escape convict, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to say YouTube thumbnail shirt. What I think would be very cool is if I could get her a gift, like a birthday gift. Nothing like crazy expensive, but just like a little thing. It's like, yeah, I'm a fan of yours and I appreciate the invite. So in the end up, I got her this gift. It says, I am a ray of fucking sunshine. Just because it's nice and cheap and simple, she can appreciate it. We can hopefully take a shot together for her birthday. Okay, so we just got the vodka from Smith's. Cost like $8, dude, for like an absolute shit ton. There's no way I'm gonna be able to drink all this. It's not quite set in, I don't think, that I'm about to just go and party with Natalie Lynn. This is like bizarre. My Uber's about 1 minute away from picking me up. I'm low-key kind of shaking with like nerves and excitement. It's like all this build up for this. I hope it's good. I'm sure it will be. It's just a pre-nerves thing, but let's go.
It's about to be a pussy shot.
I love it!
That's a good shit.
It was genuinely amazing meeting her, and as the night went on, I'd just get more and more drunk, and more YouTubers I'd been watching for years would just walk up to me and introduce themselves. Aidan from Valspire Family was there, as well as Piper, Tanner, and my favourite ukulele player, Honey Hayes. Of course I got a shot with her as well. Ryan NG Films, Wholesome Simon, and Max Reisinger were also there. This was the most magical night of my life.
Won't get better than this. I like the way your brain works. I like the way you try to run with the wolf pack when your legs are tied. I like the way you turn me inside and out. I like the way you turn. I like the way your brain works. I like the way your brain works. Baby, it's the crazy I like. I think I saw the world turn in your eyes. Baby, it's the crazy I like. Maybe it's the bullshit I miss. Screaming at the moon in black lipstick. Maybe it's the bullshit I miss. It won't get better than this.
The next day was actually Halloween. Now, we were all allowed to crash at the Airbnb, but the rest of the fans who got invited to the party pretty much all left that morning. But because I flew all the way from Ireland and my return flight wasn't until the next morning, I was allowed to hang out and crash an extra day, which I'm super grateful for. Thanks, Natalie. But I'll be honest, being sober around a ton of YouTubers gave me major imposter syndrome.
I am not the only traveler.
This is something that I've been fighting with my whole life, to be honest. In school, I was studying maths and science subjects, even though I didn't like them really at all, just so that I could appear smart and high status. I tried to start a business to make as much money as quickly as possible again, to try and prove that, you know, I am good enough. Something that I have been getting better with recently, accepting myself, but being there on that second day, sorry if it sounds really dramatic, but I just want to be truthful. It did bring those feelings back. Why am I here? I'm not good enough. I don't, you know, have as much of a following. I'm definitely not as good at editing as these guys. I felt unworthy to be there, which again might sound really bizarre, but it's the truth. They wouldn't be treating me any differently. We'd be laughing, we'd be having a good time. Couldn't shake that feeling. It's like I've got undealt with emotions from my past of needing to feel good enough that clearly haven't been fully dealt with.
Taking me back to the night we met.
Despite how I felt, It didn't stop these guys from just treating me like one of the gang. As it was spooky season, literally Halloween, Aidan decided we were going to make a Ouija board.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Or an Ouija board, as I called it. As you can see, it looked really cool. Me and Aidan were very excited about the idea, but the rest of them weren't so thrilled about it.
Let's talk about this, okay? You don't want to
I don't want to talk.
The board we were using was too rough for the shot glass to glide across it though. Yes, we were using a shot glass instead of a planchette. This was makeshift, okay? So a few of us went into town to pick up some items to make a Ouija board that would actually work. This included Aidan chopping off a piece of wood in the middle of the store. Once we got everything set up, it looked insanely scary and cinematic. You can tell these guys make videos for a living. At first, it didn't seem to be working, but after a while, when we asked the question, "Do you want to speak with us?" well,
Do you want to talk to us?
It's not a good time.
Oh, so they do. Okay.
Oh my god.
Whoa, shit.
Yeah, so they want to talk. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah. Oh, first,
apparently this spirit was called Aidan. He died here a few years ago and was now stuck in the house with another ghost who didn't like us. Not sure if I believe it or not, but it definitely was crazy to actually watch in person. And also, shout out to Tanner for facing your fears. After that, the whole gang went to Olive Garden for a big meal. I got to watch Natalie order alcohol legally for the first time, which was pretty funny. We celebrated her birthday and just generally enjoyed each other's company.
He's up.
quite derivative. Exquisite.
I learned so much from these guys. They know how to goof around and have fun, but they all take so much pride in their work and only put their best stuff out there. You know the saying, if you walk into a perfume shop, even if you don't buy anything, you're gonna come out smelling of perfume? Well, that's what this trip feels like to me. I think their outlook on life has really rubbed off on me, and I'm really excited about making videos again. But that wasn't the main lesson from this trip. I had significantly less of a following and income than all of these guys, but if you were just a random passerby, you wouldn't have thought it. These guys taught me that you can't tie your self-worth or the value of anyone to arbitrary things like follower counts or even income. They just accept everyone for who they are and judge them on character, not accomplishments. At the end of the day, we're all just figuring it out, and a lot of us just want to feel accepted. I want to thank these guys for not only making me feel accepted, but giving me one of the craziest weekends of my life that I'll never forget. And to anyone watching this who might need to hear it, don't just wait around until you become something great before you love yourself. And just accept the fact that you're already great. Just the way you are.